What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor, and I can't believe I have to make this video again, but there are a bunch of conspiracy theories that are out there that I need to talk about, and I'm not making this up. There are people on both sides that are saying that climate change is what caused the snowstorm, and there's on the other side, which is basically saying that this was made by a machine and everything like that. And I made a video previously talking about politicization of weather, particularly Hurricane Ian, and how grossly that was politicized. So I wanted to make this video talking about it here because I think it needs to stop, and I wish more people would come out and just tell people to stop. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and roll the tape. All right, so what we have right here, we're going to start with the flat earth theory guys and everything like that, and the people who think that the frickin' snowstorm was actually made in a machine. We're going to start kind of tame, and then we're going to get more into the crazier stuff right here. So we're going to go ahead and start with this one right here. Weather modification through HAARP and Reich Cloudbuster, technology is very real. And basically, here's the caption right here. In the Hunger Games, there was a panel of people called the Game Makers. They sat in a control room and created obstacles for contestants in the arena, including being able to control and alter the weather at the push of a button. The truth is once again in our faces, and if you look at some of the replies with this stuff and everything like that, it's just frickin', it's not great. There's like a couple of replies and everything like that, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's relatively harmless, this one. It's still idiotic in my opinion, but it's relatively harmless. Now we're going to get into more of the crazier stuff. The pre-winter storm skies over Virginia yesterday. Hashtag HAARP, hashtag weather modification. Basically, it's showing what is actually a quite rare phenomenon that happens with winter storms. Generally, what happens is during warm fronts, in extreme cases, as right before that, it basically creates this very phenomenon right here. And this isn't a conspiracy theory. This is actually pretty natural. I can't remember what kind of clouds they are off the top of my head, but I will do some research and put that in the description for you guys just to take a look at them. If we take a look at some of these replies, look at these sound waves right there. Okay, these are not sound waves right here. These are just freaking clouds right there. And they do look a bit weird, but honestly, they intrigue me a bit. The reason these clouds intrigue me is because of how, quite frankly, odd they are. But these are completely natural. Nature is capable of many things. So that's basically what we're looking at right here. Very similar in Middle Tennessee. Yeah, that warm front was there. Basically, that was what's going on. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one right here. Basically, this is weather modification. Okay, we're going to go ahead and skip that. It's not really relevant to what we're talking about. But this is relevant right here. After being frozen to death by their Arctic weather modification system, they continue to spray their damn climate change chemical aerosols crap across our skies. Somehow, some way, this attack on humanity has to stop. And, okay, this isn't chemicals or anything like that. These are just freaking cirrus clouds right here. Like, who are these people right here? And who in the hell believes this right here? It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And yes, I just used a curse word because, quite frankly, it's completely ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. And can we spend one day and not politicize a tragic weather event right here and believe in these conspiracy theories right there? Which reminds me, we're going to go ahead and move on to Reddit right here because this freaking hurts my brain, dude. Casual reminder that last week, December 14th, 2022, the jet stream fucking exploded, and here we are. And this is basically the jet stream right here. First of all, the jet stream did not explode. That's number one. Number two, a cold front moved through the area right there, and that's why it's basically going there. And number three, this is a trough right here that this is going through. This is a freaking trough that's going all the way down to Mexico and Texas right there, and then the ridge goes all the way back up to Canada. This is completely normal, folks. It's crazy, and it doesn't happen often, but this is completely normal behavior. And this stuff right here, this isn't the jet stream. This is the freaking wind speed, and it varies from varies from place to place. So, yeah, this is you're already getting off to a bad start with this right here. And then basically the comments are going through right here. And it's basically just fear-mongering at this point. And there's not a lot of people that are correcting this. I mean, there are some. I've looked through this. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because we'd be here forever. But yeah, this is basically what we're looking at. This is the r/collapse subreddit right here. And I did some research into them. And they're well known for basically, how do I put this? Fear-mongering weather events, kind of like this one. So it's kind of ridiculous that this thing is going on. And I'm making this video to just, first of all, stop politicizing weather. This has been politicized, quite frankly, it's been getting worse and worse over the years, and it's getting to an apex where it's going to eventually get people killed at this rate. And that's number one. And number two, politicizing any tragedy, that's not how you get things done. We need to figure out what to do with this stuff. We need to respond appropriately, and these conspiracy theories and these people basically buying into this crap is not the way you do that. And I am a very outspoken opponent of politicization of weather because it's really bad for people, honestly. It's really bad for people. And not only that, if you put politics in anything, it's going to result in a big fat mess. Already, politics and weather mix like oil and water. And we're already having politics bleed into weather. I understand there needs to be some politics into it. I understand the response to that, all the money that needs to be allocated. That's completely fine. But anything other than that, that needs to frickin' stop. And it's going on both sides. Can we all just spend one day and say, this was a terrible event. My thoughts, hearts, and prayers are out to these victims. And then move on. Is it that hard to do? And I'm sorry this became a rant video right here, but this just needs to be said. So, yeah, and one more thing, the whole climate change folk, and people are attributing this one storm to climate change and everything like that. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You cannot attribute one storm to climate change, ladies and gentlemen. You have to look back at data at least 30 years ago to make that judgment. So, yeah, that's pretty much going to end it right here. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe.